Do you remember the first day we met? I destroyed you at Taboo.
Okay, I can't confirm or deny that, but what I can say is I haven't lost since. And you get a little wild when we're playing too.
So we love playing games. We're both very competitive and we love winning, especially the money game.
Most people think that fun money will actually set you back, but it's one of the biggest cheat codes in the early retirement game.
Welcome back to my channel where we're building wealth to live life on our own terms, one money move at a time. Today I have my husband Tio here with me and we're sharing why fun money accounts are actually a hack on our journey to financial freedom and how we approach them. If you want to shave years off your retirement journey, you're in the right place. I'm Rami, an investor on track to retire in my early 40s, and I'm sharing all of my tips to fast track your way to financial freedom without sacrificing the luxuries that matter along the way. So let's get into it. So the first reason why we believe in fun money accounts is they keep you in the game. Money is emotional. When you overspend or you spend on things you enjoy, you may feel guilty because it feels like it's in conflict with your money goals. But having a fun money account is a guilt-free way to balance buying the things that you enjoy with planning for financial freedom. It's like incorporating a cheat meal into your diet. It's planned for and it doesn't throw everything off balance. 43% of Americans report that money impacts their mental health and causes daily stress. 73% abandon budgets altogether because they feel all too restrictive. Many people want to pursue financial freedom, but it feels impossible. This outlet allows people to balance the best of both worlds. There was a time where I tried to cut everything out of my budget. I was really punishing myself for going off the rails when I first moved to Austin. I would travel often, eat at nice restaurants, and I lived a pretty lavish lifestyle, but the problem was it wasn't planned for. So I didn't have a sense of control, and my finances were all out of whack. I followed that with an overcorrection and swung to the other side of the spectrum. I didn't allow myself to have any fun, and it really affected my mood. It felt like there was no reward for how hard I was working, and I became deflated. My bank account looked better, but I felt worse. Balancing having fun and planning for the future is personal for me. Incentivizing myself with small rewards along the way keeps me motivated and energized in the game.
So point number 2 is it helps you play strategically. So for me, this actually started to become more like a game. I knew that the more I saved, the more would end up in that fun money account. And so I actually became more conscious of how I spent money and how I saved. So I don't know if you remember this, but about a few months ago, we realized that on some months we'd go a little over our budget. And so we decided to actually start monitoring it, and we made this into a game. So I found myself downloading like budgeting apps, getting into my credit card to see like how I could get just under it. And so I found myself actually looking at like Amazon purchases, things I was spending money on, and actually trying to cut things that usually I would not even think about spending, but I actually didn't really need. And it became fun because I knew that every single dollar that I saved would go into the fun money, or at least a portion would, and then we could use that for anything that we wanted. And so I actually maybe got a little bit too addicted to it because it becomes actually very, very motivating, like you mentioned, because you know that you're working towards a goal. And when you have more money in your fun money, you can use it with no guilt. I'm not worrying about how you're spending it. And so really the thing for me is that it made me a more wise spender, but it actually was also fun. I knew where I stood, and I think we actually tried to even compete and see who could do it better. So it was fun, keeps us motivated, but it helps you become a more wise spender.
And then lastly, it boosts team morale. This has led to a lot more fun for us, as Tio mentioned. We're able to individually pursue things that we want without feeling like we're compromising family goals or one person's getting more than the other. And it's become a lighthearted component of our financial conversations. For example, a couple weeks ago, we were debating if our 8-month-old daughter would fall asleep when we got home. I thought I could get her to take a nap, but Tio didn't think she was sleepy. So he was like, I'll tell you what, if you can get her to sleep, I'll give you $100 out of my fun money account. It became a really fun bet. Although I tried everything in my power to get her to sleep, she didn't end up taking a nap. I lost, but it led to a really good laugh for the both of us. Money fights are the #1 cause of divorce in America. Incorporating fun into your money conversations is important to make sure they don't become a drag. So how do we approach this? We've been super intentional about this. We use Ally Bank, and we literally have fun buckets for each of us. We fund them in 2 ways. Number 1, a portion of every bonus goes into the fun money account. And we feel good about this because after we tithe, we invest about 90% of the bonus anyway. So we make our future selves happy, but then we give our present selves something to feel good about too. We can do whatever we want with that money, and the most important part is it doesn't impact our day-to-day finances. The second way we do this is we take a percent of money that's an overage or that isn't accounted for, and we put it in the fun bucket as well. We recently got some money back from our escrow account because we paid too much in property taxes last year. Good problem to have, right? We invested most of it, but we were sure to put some of it in our fun accounts. Your journey to financial freedom doesn't have to be a drag. Don't fall for the misconception that you have to cut everything and live a super boring life to get there. There are ways to incorporate fun along the way and keep you motivated. Let us know how you balance planning for fun and hitting your money goals in the comments. If you want to shave years off your retirement journey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my weekly tips. Stay financially fabulous.